The moment dawn broke on June 13th, 2025, the world awoke to a new kind of nightmare, one born of decades of shadows and silent threats finally erupting into open warfare. Israel's Operation Rising Lion hit Iran with surgical brutality. Hundreds of explosive drones, a swarm of F-35Is, commandos in disguise, and Mossad's ghost army infiltrating the homeland of its sworn enemy. Tehran was unprepared, or so the world thought. What followed was not merely war, it was a psychological unraveling, a battle for truth, control, and fear itself. From the ashes of proxy skirmishes between 1979 and 2023 emerged a terrifying new reality. Direct strikes on Natanz, the Bushehr reactor bypassed, but its shadow irrevocably altered Iran's sense of security. The axis of resistance that once bound Iran's allies began to fracture, as Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis and Iraqi militias hesitated, avoiding full engagement lest they expose their own fractures. But what came next? No one was prepared for. Mossad operatives had smuggled hundreds of micro-drones and precision explosives into Iran via suitcases, shipping containers, and cover convoys. They set up covert depots beside air defense batteries, walking amongst Tehran's streets as though ghosts. Then, when Israel's planes struck from the skies, those underground drones shredded missile launchers and silenced radars, breaking Iran's shields seconds before the roar of jet engines approached. The opening salvo killed top IRGC commanders, including Hossein Salami, Mohammad Bagheri, and Ismail Qani, along with multiple nuclear scientists. Civilian neighborhoods shook, panic spread. Hundreds of thousands fled Tehran. Roads leading north became arteries of fear and desperation. On June 16th, Iran answered with Operation True Promise 3, launching hundreds of missiles at Tel Aviv, Haifa, and Bnei Brak. Fragments from Iranian launches struck a U.S. embassy building. A school and a hospital were hit. 5 civilians killed, dozens wounded, including a 10-year-old boy in central Israel. But Israel's Arrow and Iron Dome systems remained intact, its civilians shaken, not shattered. Meanwhile, Iran's attacks deceived Israel's sensors through clever cyber warfare. They hacked missile systems and sowed confusion even as the physical war raged. What became clear is that this war isn't just bombs and missiles. It's a war for perception. Tehran felt violated, its leadership isolated. Supreme Leader Khamenei, sealed in his bunker, pledged vengeance, but his voice sounded hollow. Israel, too, played mind games. Intelligence officials touted the strike as a decisive blow, while planting footage of precision hits inside Iran to sell strength abroad. Yet beneath the narratives, fissures deepen. Iran's proxies remained strangely silent. Hezbollah did not answer the call. Hamas stayed distant. Sunni Arab states lined up with Israel, moving past their old enmities, forging alliances sealed in pragmatism, not ideology. This war has rewritten the rulebook. Drones decide where tanks once rolled. Intelligence is now the long-range weapon. Misinformation is as lethal as a missile. Operation Rising Lion showed how asymmetric technology and hybrid tactics can unravel enemies before they even raise their defenses. But war is never clean. More missiles are destined to fly. More civilians will die. The world watches as oil prices soar, markets tremble, and global powers hesitate on the brink. And then, it disappeared from every official record. Governments found cover in diplomatic channels. Netanyahu praised success but refused timelines. Tehran blasted headlines, but refused real evacuations. Each side claiming victory even as the war mutates into a perpetual shadow conflict. So what if this is only round one? What if beneath the headlines, both nations are waging psychological warfare on their own people? Between defiance and doubt, fear and false reassurance? In the end, history may record only the missiles. But those who lived through the nights of barrage and blackout will remember the silence between them. The silence that told them something much darker was unfolding. A war not just of bombs, but of shadows. The war between Iran and Israel has changed the laws of war. It began in darkness and may never truly end, because its battles are no longer confined to borders, but to minds. What comes next? No one is sure. But when the drones begin again, when the sirens scream, remember this. War is not only fought in the skies, it is fought in fear.